You've probably heard it 100 times. Eggs are healthy, right? Full of protein, brain-boosting nutrients, and easy to cook. But here's a question most people never ask. Are you pairing your eggs the right way, especially after 60? As we age, our digestion slows, our metabolism changes, and even the healthiest food combinations can suddenly stop working in our favor. In fact, some of the most popular superfood pairings, like eggs with oatmeal or avocado, might actually spike your blood sugar, block nutrient absorption, or leave you feeling heavy and bloated. Surprised? You're not alone. In today's video, we're diving into 3 well-intentioned but risky combos with eggs that often backfire for seniors. And more importantly, I'll show you how to adjust them to fit your body's changing needs. Because eating well after 60 isn't just about choosing healthy foods, it's about combining them wisely. Let's get into it. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0, so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. Let's talk about one of the most common breakfast pairings people over 60 consider super healthy: eggs and oatmeal, especially when topped with fruit and a drizzle of honey. On paper, it sounds perfect. Eggs bring high-quality protein, oatmeal offers heart-healthy fiber, and fruit adds vitamins and antioxidants. Add a little honey, and the whole thing feels like a warm, comforting, feel-good way to start the day. But here's the catch. While each ingredient may be healthy on its own, when combined in the wrong way, this breakfast can quietly work against you, especially as you get older. The issue isn't the eggs. They're generally neutral when it comes to blood sugar. The real problem comes from what's added to the oatmeal. Many seniors naturally want their oatmeal to taste better, so they throw in a ripe banana, a few raisins, maybe a spoonful of honey or brown sugar, or even sweetened almond milk. But when you add up those ingredients, what you're really creating is a carb-heavy, high-glycemic meal that can cause a sharp spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash that leaves you feeling tired, hungry, or foggy just a couple of hours later. Now you might be thinking, but I'm eating eggs too. Doesn't the protein help balance things out? Unfortunately, not really. While eggs do offer satiety and support muscle maintenance, they don't have any fiber or significant fat to slow down the digestion of simple sugars. So if your bowl of oatmeal is loaded with sweet toppings, the eggs can't cancel out that effect. Instead, your body processes the sugars rapidly, and you get that roller coaster of energy, exactly what you don't want, especially if you're managing prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or just trying to keep steady energy levels throughout the day. And here's another concern. Age-related changes in insulin sensitivity mean that seniors are even more likely to experience stronger blood sugar reactions to meals high in simple carbs. That spike not only affects your energy and mood, but over time it can strain your pancreas and contribute to long-term health issues like inflammation, fatigue, and even weight gain, particularly around the midsection. So, what's the solution? You don't have to give up oats or eggs. You just have to be smarter with how you put them on the same plate. Start by simplifying your oatmeal. Choose plain, steel-cut, or rolled oats without added sugars. Instead of loading on high-sugar fruits like bananas or raisins, opt for lower glycemic options like a few blueberries or a few slices of green apple. Skip the honey entirely or use only a tiny drizzle. Better yet, add flavor with spices like cinnamon or a splash of unsweetened almond milk. These still give you flavor without spiking your sugar. Another helpful tip: separate your oats and eggs into different meals. For example, Enjoy a small bowl of oats with fruit for breakfast, and save your eggs for a mid-morning snack or lunch with vegetables and whole grain toast. Spacing them out allows your body to better manage the digestive load and keeps your blood sugar more stable throughout the day. And finally, consider adding a healthy fat like a teaspoon of nut butter, chia seeds, or a small portion of avocado with your oats. These can help slow down digestion and blunt the glucose spike. Just keep the portions modest to avoid making the meal too heavy. In short, eggs and oatmeal don't have to be enemies, but combining them with too many sugars can turn a healthy breakfast into a metabolic trap. And after 60, your body deserves meals that lift you up, not drag you down. With a few thoughtful tweaks, you can enjoy all the goodness of these ingredients without the hidden downsides. Now let's take a look at another breakfast combination that's been labeled clean eating by social media and health blogs everywhere. Eggs, avocado, and a side of cheese or bacon. It sounds rich, satisfying, and full of healthy fats, and it absolutely can be. But if you're over 60, this trendy power breakfast might not be doing your digestion or cholesterol levels any favors. Let's break it down. Eggs are an excellent source of protein and choline, which supports brain health. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats that help lower bad cholesterol. Even cheese, when used in moderation, can provide calcium and protein. And who doesn't love the smell of crispy bacon in the morning? Each of these foods offers something beneficial on its own, but when you combine all of them in one sitting, you're suddenly loading your digestive system with a high-fat meal that may be too heavy for an aging metabolism to handle efficiently. As we age, our ability to digest and process large amounts of fat, even good fat like that in avocado, declines. The gallbladder may slow its bile production, and the pancreas may become less effective at releasing the enzymes needed to break down fat properly. What does this mean in everyday terms? After a breakfast of eggs, avocado, bacon, and cheese, many older adults report feeling sluggish, bloated, or overly full. Some even experience indigestion, nausea, or loose stools, all signs that their system is overwhelmed. And it's not just about digestion. While avocados and eggs contain heart-healthy fats, bacon and cheese are loaded with saturated fats and sodium. If this kind of combo becomes a daily habit, you may gradually raise your LDL cholesterol, increase your blood pressure, and set yourself up for long-term cardiovascular risks. Even if you're watching your portions, the combined fat load from all these foods at once can still push you past what your body can comfortably handle, especially if you're not pairing them with enough fiber to slow down absorption. So, does that mean you have to give up this whole breakfast idea? Absolutely not. The key is balance and portion control. Here's how to adjust this combo for your body after 60 without sacrificing taste or satisfaction. First, scale it back. Use just one whole egg and skip the extra yolks if you're concerned about cholesterol. Or, better yet, use one egg and 1 or 2 egg whites to reduce the fat content while keeping the protein high. Next, limit yourself to half an avocado, sliced thinly. It still gives you the creamy texture and heart-healthy fats, but without overwhelming your system. Now, about the cheese and bacon. These are where most of the problems start. If you love cheese, choose a low-fat or reduced sodium variety and use it sparingly, just enough for flavor, not as a main ingredient. And bacon? Save it for an occasional treat rather than a daily staple. If you're craving something savory or crunchy, try adding lightly sautéed greens like spinach or kale, or even a slice of grilled tomato for brightness and fiber. And don't forget the missing piece: fiber. High-fat meals move more slowly through the digestive tract, So adding a small side of steamed vegetables, fruit, or even a slice of whole grain toast can help balance the meal, ease digestion, and keep your energy steady. A little bit of lemon juice or herbs like parsley can also help refresh the dish and support digestion. In the end, it's not about banning foods you love. It's about eating smart for the body you have now, not the one you had at 30. Eggs and avocado can still be your breakfast friends, but in the right portions, with the right support. At first glance, combining eggs with a green smoothie might sound like the ultimate healthy breakfast, packed with protein, vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. What could possibly go wrong? You're starting your day with eggs for strength and satiety, and a tall glass of blended greens and berries to boost your immune system and digestion. But here's what most people over 60 don't realize. Certain raw vegetables, when combined with eggs, can actually interfere with your body's ability to absorb important nutrients, specifically iron and zinc. Let's break it down. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as fruits like berries, are rich in nutrients and often promoted as superfoods. And they are. But when consumed raw, they also contain natural compounds called oxalates and goitrogens. Oxalates are anti-nutrients that can bind to minerals like calcium, iron, and zinc in your digestive tract and reduce their absorption. Goitrogens, meanwhile, can affect thyroid function if consumed in excess, especially in people who already have an underactive thyroid. Now, this might not matter much to a younger person with robust digestion and high stomach acid, but for older adults whose digestive efficiency, mineral absorption, and metabolic rate often decline with age, these small details can make a big difference over time. If you're eating eggs, which are a good source of bioavailable iron and zinc, and then immediately washing them down with a raw green smoothie, your body may not be getting the full benefit of those nutrients. Over months or years, this could contribute to subtle deficiencies that affect everything from energy to immunity, wound healing, and even memory. What's more, many green smoothies are made with high oxalate greens, like raw spinach, blended together with acidic fruits like berries and citrus. While this makes the smoothie taste fresh and tangy, it also increases the risk of stomach discomfort, bloating, or gas, especially when paired with protein-rich eggs, which take longer to digest. So, what's the smarter way to enjoy these foods without the nutrient conflict? First, consider lightly cooking or steaming your leafy greens before adding them to a smoothie or meal. Cooking significantly reduces the oxalate content in vegetables like spinach and kale, making their nutrients more bioavailable and easier on your stomach. A quick 30-second blanch, or a minute in the microwave with a splash of water, is all it takes. Second, don't always eat everything at once. If you love green smoothies, enjoy one as a mid-morning or afternoon snack, at least an hour away from your egg-based meal. This gives your body a better chance to process each group of nutrients more efficiently, without interference. Third, rotate your greens. Not all leafy vegetables are high in oxalates. Try mixing in low oxalate greens like arugula, romaine, or bok choy, which offers similar health benefits without the same mineral-blocking effects. Pair those with neutral fruits like pear or apple slices, which are gentler on digestion and lower in acidity. And finally, if you're relying on smoothies as your daily vegetable intake, consider occasionally switching to a warm vegetable soup or sautéed greens with garlic and olive oil. These options are not only easier on aging digestion, but they help you absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K more efficiently, especially when paired with eggs or a small amount of healthy fat. The bottom line? Eggs and green smoothies are still powerful parts of a healthy diet. But after 60, it's not just about what you eat. It's about how and when you eat it. By learning to separate or slightly adjust your nutrient timing, you can get the best from both worlds without one blocking the other. By now, you might be wondering, so how should I eat eggs after 60? The answer isn't complicated, but it does require a shift in how we think about food. It's not just about choosing healthy ingredients anymore, it's about making them work better with your aging body. After all, your metabolism, digestion, and nutrient absorption aren't what they were in your 30s, and that's perfectly normal. With just a few simple adjustments, eggs can remain a safe, delicious, and nourishing part of your diet well into your golden years. Let's start with how you cook them. One of the smartest things you can do is switch from frying to boiling or steaming your eggs. While fried eggs may be flavorful, especially when cooked in butter or oil, they often introduce extra saturated fats that can be hard on your heart and digestive system, especially if you're also eating cheese, bacon, or avocado in the same meal. Steamed or boiled eggs, on the other hand, are much easier on the stomach, contain no added fat, and preserve the egg's natural nutrients. They're gentle, versatile, and ideal for older adults with sensitive digestion or anyone trying to lower cholesterol. Next, let's talk about what to pair with your eggs. A single boiled egg by itself may be nutritious, but it's not always satisfying or well-balanced. To build a complete, senior-friendly meal, think of gentle, fiber-rich additions. Try pairing eggs with steamed vegetables like carrots, spinach, or zucchini, foods that are soft, easy to chew, and high in fiber and antioxidants. Add a slice of whole grain or sprouted bread, lightly toasted if desired, for a slow-release carbohydrate that supports energy and blood sugar balance. You can also include a few pieces of low-sugar fruit, like berries, apple slices, or papaya, which aid digestion and provide natural sweetness without overwhelming your system. Here's another helpful strategy. Avoid piling everything into one giant meal. It's tempting to make breakfast the main event, especially if you're hungry or trying to get your nutrients in early. But after 60, your body often does better with smaller, spaced-out meals. Instead of eating eggs, fruit, toast, and avocado all in one sitting, consider spreading them across the day. Have eggs with steamed greens for breakfast, a fruit snack mid-morning, and whole grain toast with healthy fat later on. This not only helps your digestive system process food more comfortably, but also keeps your energy more stable and prevents that post-meal heaviness many seniors experience. Speaking of healthy fats, don't be afraid to include them, but do it mindfully. To help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins, like A, D, E, and K from eggs and veggies, pair your meals with a small amount of heart-healthy fat, such as a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil, a few slices of ripe avocado, or a sprinkle of ground flaxseed or chia seeds. These fats help maximize nutrient uptake and support brain and heart function, key concerns for aging adults. Finally, stay hydrated. This might seem unrelated, but water plays a big role in how your body digests and utilizes protein, fiber, and fat. Starting your morning with a warm glass of water or herbal tea helps wake up your system, reduce constipation, and make it easier to break down protein-rich foods like eggs. It's a small habit that pays off big over time. So to sum it up, eat eggs boiled or steamed, pair them with soft vegetables, whole grains, and low-sugar fruits. Space out your meals and include a touch of healthy fat. These small adjustments help ensure that your body not only tolerates your breakfast, it benefits from it. With the right combinations and timing, eggs can continue to be one of the most powerful and versatile foods in your diet, fueling strength, supporting memory, and protecting your heart for years to come. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've just uncovered. You've likely spent most of your life hearing the same message: just eat healthy foods and you'll be fine. Eggs, avocados, leafy greens, berries. These are the stars of every nutrition list, praised for their benefits and often called superfoods. And yes, they truly can be powerful allies in your health journey. But here's the part no one talks about. Even superfoods need to be combined wisely, especially after 60. As we age, our bodies change in subtle but important ways. Digestion slows. Nutrient absorption isn't as efficient. The foods that energized us at 30 might now leave us feeling bloated, tired, or uncomfortably full. And what used to be a power breakfast might now spike our blood sugar, upset our stomach, or even block key vitamins from being absorbed. That's not because you're doing something wrong, it's because your body is asking for something different. That's why it's so important to rethink how we combine foods, not just which foods we choose. It's not enough for a meal to be filled with good ingredients. It has to be the right balance, in the right form, at the right time. A plate of eggs with oatmeal, berries, and avocado might sound healthy, but if it's all eaten at once, it could leave your digestive system overwhelmed and your energy drained. You don't need to eat less. You just need to eat smarter. And this is where the shift begins. It's not about restriction. It's about realignment. It's about looking at your breakfast, one of the most important meals of the day, and asking, is this helping me feel energized and light? Or is it making me sluggish and uncomfortable? That one question can change everything, because breakfast sets the tone for your entire day. And when you start your morning feeling good, you're more likely to move more, think more clearly, and make better choices for lunch, dinner, and beyond. So here's what I want you to do. Take a look at how you're eating your eggs. Are you combining them with too many fats at once? Are you pairing them with sugary fruits or raw greens that block mineral absorption? Are you eating too much at one time and wondering why you feel weighed down? There's no judgment here, just awareness. And with awareness comes the opportunity to adjust. Sometimes the smallest changes bring the biggest relief. Swapping fried eggs for boiled. Having fruit as a snack later instead of with breakfast. Steaming your spinach before tossing it into a smoothie. These aren't sacrifices. They're smart, simple shifts that respect where your body is today. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever felt heavy, tired, or bloated after what you thought was a healthy breakfast? You're not alone. Share your story in the comments. Your experience might help someone else connect the dots in their own life. Sometimes, just reading that someone else has gone through the same thing is all the encouragement we need to try something new. And if you found this video helpful, share it with someone you love who's also over 60. A friend, a sibling, a neighbor. Because they might be making the same well-intentioned mistakes, and your share could save them from months or even years of silent discomfort. We're all learning, and the more we share what works, the healthier and stronger we all become. In the end, eating well after 60 isn't about chasing trends or following complicated diets. It's about tuning in to your body, honoring its signals, and making small, thoughtful changes that help you feel your best every single day. Eggs are still a wonderful food, but like everything else in life, it's all about how you use them. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your health. And thank you for being part of a community that believes in aging with strength, wisdom, and joy. One breakfast at a time.